All right, we on.
Uh, hey, shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
Yeah, it's about the Great Millstone Charlotte with another Monday Night Live exhortation to the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. First and foremost, we want to start by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bahashem Yahweh Shai,
Shem Yahshua, Bashem,
Bahashem, Rakah,
Rakash.
Kodash. And double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, pushing this word without truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom, shalom.
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 So, as you can see by the title, man, the majority of people don't understand or can't grasp the significance of the famine of the word, man. You know, this truth is so readily available, right? That human nature is what's the word? You take it for granted, right? It's so
Mm-hmm.
much out here that you think it's always going to be available to you, but there's going to be a time where, much like the famine of the food and the water, that we're going to come into, the word is going to be unavailable, man. Right? It's not going to have the ability to come and get that nourishment from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Those doors of mercy are ultimately going to be closed at the end of the day.
That's right. You want to go ahead?
God, you can open with that Amos 8 and 11.
All right, this is the book of Amos, chapter 8, verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord.
Right. So it's going to be a time where you're not going to be able to hear this word, man. Right. It's going to be a time where we're not going to be able to teach this word. It's going to be a
Mm-hmm.
time where as we see going, with the different laws and legislations that Esau is putting out, right? Speaking against this current system is going to be completely done away with, man. Right. And speaking on Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is going to be what's the word? Demonized, right? So in doing that, you're not going to be able to have the opportunities you have now to grow that relationship with Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, to grow in that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, right? To get that nourishment to feed, right, at this table, as the scriptures say, come ye and eat, right? And you're not going to have the opportunity to eat, right? So that famine is going to take place, and the people we see out here don't understand that, right? They imagine not being able to hear us or not being able to see us, but they think they'll be able to go into the Bibles and read and understand, man. But that understanding is going to be taken out of the earth, man.
Kind, if I could add to you, because in America, man, these people have a overabundance problem, man, and
Mm-hmm.
just dealing with the physical food and water. But when it comes to this truth, all right, this the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is highly unappreciated, man. And as we can see by the various mockers and scoffers that we get that come against us when we bring out these videos, man. And so it's not really going to, hit home of how serious this thing is until the Lord removes, the prophets, out the way. And these people are left to figure out things for their own selves, man. I got a quick precept.
Okay.
This is Second Ezra chapter 5, verse 9. It says, and salt waters shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another. Then shall wit hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself into its secret chamber. And that's when Yahweh Shemiah Shah is going to draw back his prophets to, like you said, we're not going to be able to speak these words anymore into the people, because the job has been done to where fishing season's over. The elect has been sealed, so this word has accomplished what it was sent out to do, and the rest of the people are going to pretty much be left to try to figure it out for themselves, man, which is going to lead a lot of them to be destroyed, because while the word was readily available to receive, these people they forsook it, they took advantage of it, and eventually they squandered their opportunity. So this is why Yahweh Shemiah Shah is going to destroy them all that refuse to hearken to the words of the Lord, man.
That's right.
I got a quick
Hey,
one.
okay. And grab that definition for me too, Baba Shah.
Gotcha.
Okay. This is Psalms 32 and 5. It says, I acknowledge my sin unto thee, and my iniquity have I not hid. I said, I will confess my transgressions unto the Lord, and thou forgavest the iniquity of my sin, Salah. All right. Because pretty much, the righteous is going to, the elect is going to have repented. Because the scriptures say that the elect is going to eat in the time of famine. And essentially they're gonna have those works to where they're gonna be covered in the time of Jacob's trouble. Because right now we're in a famine. Like they've been talking about a famine for about probably about 3 or 4 years. Which it keeps increasing. But verse 6 it says, "For this shall," it says, "For this shall everyone that is godly pray unto thee in a time when thou mayest be found." Pretty much before the time of the persecution, when the men of the Lord are not going to be in the highways and byways, and when His word isn't going to be readily accessible as it is, right now. But it says, "For this shall everyone that is godly pray unto thee in a time when thou mayest be found. Surely in the floods of great waters they shall not come nigh unto him." So that this truth has a I don't want to say expiration date, but it's time sensitive. So it says, surely in the floods, because when Esau come with that great wrath, the men of the Lord are not going to be breaking down the scriptures on the highways and byways.
Nah, you is right. This truth does have an expiration date for the wicked, because these people, like I just mentioned, they think that we're gonna just be out here, forever. Because like it always show you in these end time movies where people don't take, the quote unquote crazy guy with the end of the world sign serious until they see the end of the world. And so that's what we're coming into is to where they're gonna realize that everything that the men of the Lord has been saying is true. And by then it's gonna be too late, because like we've been going into, the Lord is gonna remove these words from being spoken on the internet and on the highways and byways. So everybody is going to be left to try to figure out what to do in that day, man. If I can finish out the Amos before you get the definition.
Okay.
Amos 8:11 again. It says, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor of thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord." All right, so this word famine, this is from the Wikipedia. It says a famine is a widespread scarcity of food caused by several possible factors, including war, natural disasters, crop failure, widespread poverty, an economic catastrophe, or government policies.
Hmm. Hey, that government policies, right? Right. You saw draconian measures, right? They're gonna cause a lack of the word, right? A lack of availability of hearing the word, right? We liken the famine, right? The famine of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that's coming to the earth to the famine of the food and water, man. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because this is where you get nourished, man. This is where you get built up, right? And
Mm-hmm.
there's going to be a time where people can't have that building. They're not going to have. Imagine how people act when there is no food, right? Where people
Yep.
haven't eaten in a few days.
Yep.
That's imagine how much more when their minds, right, are unstable, because this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is giving us that stability in these dark times. But when they have no stability, that's when people are going to absolutely lose it, man.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna get this definition in the freedictionary.com. It says famine, a drastic, wide-reaching food shortage, a drastic shortage, a dearth or dearth.
Mhm.
It says severe hunger, starvation, or extreme appetite.
Right? Hey, people are gonna have an extreme appetite, right, for understanding, for the truth, right? They're gonna have an extreme, what they say, severe hunger and starvation, man. This is the time where you come and eat, right? If a
Mm-hmm.
brother could get that in what's it, Isaiah 55,
Okay, I'm gonna get it.
or yeah, Isaiah, I think I got it right here. It's a lot.
You want
Yeah,
verse 1?
55:1. Kind.
This is Isaiah Yeshaya chapter 55 verse 1. It says, "Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that hath no money, come ye buy and eat. Yea, come buy wine and milk without money and without price."
Right. So there's going to be a time where you can't buy, man, because you buy with what? Your time and your energy, man. Right. When you're not giving the correct time, to the Lord, when you have this grace period, once the this period of grace is over, you're not going to be able to purchase that wine, right? You're not going to be able to purchase that bread. You're not going to be able to purchase that milk, right? And come and eat, right? So when you can't eat, right, then you have no nourishment. You're going to be left out here, right, completely lacking, as we read, that dearth, right, that severe hunger, the Isaiah 33:6, the stability that we receive through the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man.
Mm-hmm. finishing out. It says, "Oh, this brother Barak Kahar Yasharala had a good point. He said, as the saying goes, when people have nothing to lose, they lose it." And that's
Exactly.
what's going to happen to these people out here, man. Because, like you said, when they don't have physical food and water, they turn into straight up beast out here, man. You know. So how much more when there's a famine of the word where you can't receive the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua anymore? Because the prime example we always go to show you how scared these people get when they don't have answers is the scare that happened in Hawaii a couple years back. You know, when they had that false nuclear missile scare, and everybody and their mama went to the elder, you know, Gabar Howard's page, trying to figure out what was going on, man. All right, but it's gonna come a time to where there's not gonna be a YouTube page to go get answers from. It's gonna be to where you ain't gonna be able to find them in the Lord on the highways and byways no more, man. And these people, they're gonna be like Amos 8:12 says, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it, man, because they're not gonna be able to access the words of the Lord, because, like you said, right now is the time for you to be absorbing as much of this word as you can, man, because the parallels, I don't know if you're gonna go this direction, but the parallels of how we looking at this about to go is like how it was with the famine in Egypt when Joseph, you know, was over there, man. You know, and the
Hmm.
Lord gave he gave Pharaoh the vision, and pretty much, you know, Joseph broke it down. Look, it's about to be a famine in Egypt, so go ahead and stock up on, I believe it was corn, you know, and you know, just stock up on that. And pretty much when the famine hits, everybody's gonna be coming to Egypt to pretty much, you know, get this corn, which is what made Egypt rich. But this is spiritually is what we're doing right now, man. Is stocking up on this wisdom, because we know once the Lord, you know, put the spirit on Esau to cut this internet and then passes these laws where we're not gonna be able to, you know, teach anymore, man. That's it, and you're gonna be left with what you have, you know, obtained in this time, man. All right, I got one more for you.
Okay.
This is Isaiah 24:11.
So we
Actually,
start
I'm
at eight,
sorry.
Bubba Shop.
I got you. Isaiah 24:8. It says, "The mirth of tabrets ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoiceth endeth." It's like rejoice endeth, the joy of the harp ceaseth.
Yep. That rejoicing, right? Like you said, priest. Right. There's a overabundance, right, that people have right now, right, and they take these things for granted. So how much more with this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man? The most valuable thing on the earth, right? The majority of people have taken it for granted. They see it every day, they hear it every day, right? This word is going out through the four winds across the entire globe, right? So people can't act like they don't know what what's going on, right? But they cast it aside, right? As you read in Zechariah 7th chapter, man, right? They they
Mm-hmm.
they walk by, they cover their ears, they pull the shoulder, right? But now there's going to be a time where they're not going to hear that, and they're going to wonder where it's at, and they're going to understand that that was their only opportunity, man. That was their only chance.
Yeah, because as it said, it says the joy of the tabret ceases, the noise of them that rejoice ended, the joy of the harp ceases, because these people are living up in their mirth, but at the same time, hey, this truth is likened unto a song, man.
Yeah.
And so the Lord is going to cut the song. He's going to cut the music, man. All right, to where there's not going to be anything playing that day. And these people are gonna seek that song, man. You know, that's like a song that you heard, you know, a long time ago. You're trying to remember the words and you can't
Hmm.
remember it. That's how these people are going to be in that day, man. I got one
Yeah,
more. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I got a precept for you. Go ahead, get
Go
it.
ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
This
Okay,
is,
go ahead.
this is Ezekiel chapter 33 and verse 32. It says,
I had
"And
that.
lo
That's
thou,
it.
huh?
I had that on deck. Go ahead.
It says, Ezekiel 33 and 32. It says, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument, for they hear thy words, but they do them not."
Exactly, and that's what that's what's going on right now, man. All right, this lovely song is being played for our people to hear and rejoice in, but they're not rejoicing in it, man. They actually have a disdain for this song, man. You know, like it says in the parable in Matthew about You're not worried about liking this generation. They are into like children playing in the market. Pretty much we piped into them. They have not danced. We mourn to them. They have not lamented. They hate this. They hate this song until they can't hear it no more. Then they're gonna want it, man.
Continuing on, it says, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them.
And that's what's going to be the gut punch for these people, because all this time where you were talking shit, you was mocking, you were rejecting the words that the prophets were saying to you, and that day you're gonna know that these guys was telling the truth. They told me that it was gonna be a actual famine. They told me that these damn elites was gonna crash this economy, and everything is going towards this implantable microchip that I have to get if I want to continue to dwell in this man's society. All these things that we mocked and made fun of these guys for is actually true. Damn, I should listen to these people, man. But it's gonna be too late.
Hey, one of the greatest fears that people have is the fear of the unknown, man. Right? Yep. And we, through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, know what's coming. And we're trying to warn people of what's coming. But once the warning stops, right, these people are going to be left out here not knowing, without a hedge, man. Right, and they're going to be seeking someone to explain to them what's going on. But like you may mention, priest, the Lord's going to take us off the highways, man. We're already being taken off the internet, right? So as we see, right, that family of the word is coming in quickly, man.
Because at the end of the day, another fear that these people have is, what if they're right?
Oh yeah,
and that's the biggest one, because the fear of the unknown really ain't even. I can't even say that, because they've been told over and over again to where people are talking. They've been listening. They've been talking like Joe Rogan, man. Right. This nigga can't stop talking about the mark of the beast, man. He can't stop talking about the chariots, man. So the fear of the unknown is known now, man. But now it's what if they're right, So this is where it's gonna come to where they're gonna wait to the absolute last minute to try to get the word. But then, like I said, once the Lord closes the doors of mercy, it's too late for you, man. You got more on that?
I got another precept if I can.
I have one really quick, because Quanawal said they're going to be looking for us to tell them these things afterwards, but we're not going to tell them, because the Lord, just like how He closed up the doors of the ark with Noah, He's going to close up our mouths to where we're not going to tell you people anymore, man. And that's going to be the Spirit of the Lord that's going to make that happen. But this is Ezekiel 3:26, and I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, that thou shalt be dumb, and shall not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house. Because all this time the Lord set us out here, to rebuke the nation of Israel, for you to amend your ways and return unto the Lord while you still have the opportunity to. But it's gonna come a time to where all these niggas that that took the Lord's liberty for granted, then that's when they start getting jacked up and they start finding themselves in perilous situations, they're gonna come seek answers. But then it's gonna be like, yo, hey, figure it out, nigga. We can't help you. We're trying to save ourselves, bro. So we can't help you now. But you got it.
If I may say too, just adding to you, Slot. Just like the Lord closed the doors of the ark, man, right? It was a spiritual thing, because there might have been people out there that Noah might have been, weak for, right? That wanted to help, right? And just like there might be people that we see that we want to teach, that we want to give them the understanding, but the Lord is going to close our mouths up, man. Right? That's how you know it's all the Lord's doing, right? He's taking this away, and he's locking it away, right, with His elect, with His chosen.
That's right.
This is 2 Chronicles chapter 36 and verse 15. It says, and the Lord power of their father sent to them by His messengers, which represents the prophets. It says, rising up betimes. Our elders and apostles have been on the highways and byways for 30 plus years. It says, ascending because He had compassion on His people and on His dwelling place, which the Lord's dwelling place is the nation of Yasha'Allah, Israel. All right, and then it says it had compassion on His people, because pretty much 2/3 they're going to be the unwise virgins that misuse His grace period. That's why it says compassion. But then it says verse 16, but they mocked the messengers of the Most High and despised His words and misused His prophets, until the wrath of the Lord arose against His people, till there was no remedy. Like it says in I think it's Zechariah the 7th chapter. Pretty much they pulled away the shoulder, stopped at their ears, roughly paraphrasing. They didn't use the men of the Lord what we're supposed to be used for. And which, when you go into Isaiah the 62nd chapter, it talks about I've set watchmen. That word watchman goes into save a life. So ultimately 2/3 They didn't want to save their own lives. They were content with death.
Yeah, because the main thing that's going to be trying to get asked during that time is what are we supposed to do,
Yeah.
and we're gonna hit them with that Jeremiah 14, man. All right, because you had the opportunity to hear it. Because look, it was simple. The same shit we've been telling you for years. Luke was that 13:3. Repent or perish.
Mhm.
That's it. Seek the Lord while He may be found, and repent. That's our message, and to have faith that Yahweh Shema Shai is going to be with you throughout these times, man. So
Yeah.
these people are going to look for that answer in that day. But hey, you didn't take heed to the warning that was being sent to you. So now, when all hell breaking loose, hey, you're gonna have to just figure it out for yourself, man.
That's it. Hey, like we read in that Amos 8 and 12, right? They shall wander from sea to sea, right? Like it would say, north even to the east, they shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord and shall not find it, right? I liken that to that movie, The Book of Eli, man,
Yep.
because you see that Edomite, right? His whole agenda was to search for the scriptures, man, right? To search for that understanding, right? He didn't care about the water that he had. He didn't care about the food that he had, right?
Yep.
He was trying to get understanding out of the Bible, right? But he couldn't get it, right? His whole thing, he was sending out people, killing people, right? Going, like I said, to and fro, right? From sea to sea, looking for it, looking for that understanding, but he couldn't get it, and that's how it's gonna be in these times, man. Because there might be access to food, even though it's gonna be scarce, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the most scarce thing is gonna be this understanding, man. The most scarce thing is gonna be a man who has this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. That's why brothers is gonna be the most valuable entities in the earth, man. Because that the wisdom, the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is gonna be dwelling with us, man.
Kind. I had something real quick because what you said, because hey, it's going to be food available. Esau going to give people food, in these concentration camps. But like you said, the food that you need, all right, is really the understanding of these scriptures, man. All right, this is the book of Saint John, chapter 6. And just I went up. Slocky. Because like I said, you can feed the body, but you need that spiritual nourishment, man. All right.
Hmm.
Matter of fact, this is a better one. This is Luke 4:4, and Yahweh answered him, saying, "It is written that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai." That's the true food and nourishment, the true water that we seek after, man. All right, because hey, you can you gonna have a lot of these people that's gonna be filling they stomach with food and water, but they're still gonna be in straits. They're still gonna be getting messed up out here, man. So the bread and water that you should be seeking for, all right, is the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. All
That's
right.
right.
One
God.
more. This is St. John 6:35. It says, matter of fact, let me go up a little bit. I'm going to the point. St. John 6:35. And Yahweh said unto them, I am the bread of life. He that cometh to me shall never hunger, and he that believeth on me shall never thirst. Okay, because that's going to be the thing that's going to sustain us in the days of Jacob's trouble, man, all the way up until salvation, Lord willing, man. Because
That's
like
right.
Isaiah 33:6 says, man, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is our treasure, man. So we're going to be sustained knowing that even if we don't have access to food and water, we know that Yahweh Shem Shai is going to provide that for us, which is going to give you the strength to go on to where even if you haven't ate for about maybe 2 days or 3 days or whatever, your spirit is still going to be nourished enough to where you'll be able to will yourself, to hold on to Yahweh Shem Shai feeds and gives you water again, man. Because we have these words of Yahweh Shem Shai, which is the true nourishment, man. You know,
That's right.
I
God.
mean,
I just wanted to jump back to this definition real quick because
uh-huh.
down here in the thesaurus, it talks about it says deficiency, a lack or want, the state of needing something that is absent or unavailable, right?
Mm.
Because you're gonna need this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. But it's gonna be unavailable to the vast
Mm-hmm.
majority of people, right? So you have to take heed while it's available. You have to make the most of this time period, right? To like the priest I may mention, fill those stores up, man. Right? Get your storage is full because there's coming a drought, it's coming a famine. It's going to be a great lack, man. Like it says here, it says a severe shortage of food. You just read what the real food is, right? Right? Is that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. It says resulting in violent hunger and starvation and death, right? Being starved of wisdom, man, right? This is what we're seeing. We see it in the earth right now. There are, the abundance of people who are starved of wisdom. So how much more when the availability, the ability to just go and seek is gone, man, right? Because there are Jake who don't take this seriously, but they can still come and in their own time, man. But when you're operating on the Lord's time, He can just take it away. And now because you haven't stored up like you were supposed to, you're gonna go to seek, and it's not gonna be there, man.
Yeah, because you got ample Jake that know about the truth, man. I was watching the elder in Vegas earlier, Elder Karatazar, and he was doing a video on I don't know if y'all remember that old rapper used to be signed to G Unit, Spotter Lope.
Mm. Oh yeah.
Him and some nigga named Spody Face or whatever, they was pretty much talking about Israelite. He said the one Crip dude, he said he subscribed to being a Hebrew Israelite, but this nigga still, gang banging. All right, you got all these rappers, these celebrities, these people of the world that proclaim they know that they're Israelites, but they haven't fully came in and repented, man. These are going to be the ones that's going to be seeking for the prophets in that day because they thought they can just, have one foot in the world, have one foot in the truth, and just live like that. No, man. This requires full exodus spiritually from this world, man. You know,
Hmm.
so this is why we understand that if we want to make it through these times, we got to fully detach and depend on Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man.
That's right.
You want to finish Isaiah 24?
Yeah, we can finish that.
Okay, so Isaiah 24 and verse 9, it says, "They shall not drink wine with a song; strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it.
Mhm.
The city of confusion is broken down; every house is shut up, that no man may come in."
Right, this is what we're seeing right now, man. Right, everything is being broken down bit by bit, piece by piece, man. Right, there is the line is being drawn in the sand, as brothers often go into, man. You either working on Esau's side or you working with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. There's no middle ground, there's no in between, right? There's no gray areas. You're either on the side of salvation or the side of destruction, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
on the side of destruction, you're going to be in that great lack during the famine of the word, man. But on the side of salvation, right? You read, was it Isaiah 63, where the elect are going to be taken care of in these times, man.
Mm-hmm. It says there is a crying for it's like in verse 10 again. It says the city of confusion is broken down, every house is shut up that no man may come in. There's a crying for wine in the streets, all joy is darkened, the mirth of the land is gone.
And crying for wine in the streets, man. Right? Because, like we said, there are going to be people who have access to certain things, but because they don't have the understanding, right? They're still going to be being plagued out here by demons, man. They're still going to be under attack, from whatever apparitions and wild beasts, what the the men that are going to be out here on the rampage, man. Right? They're still going to be left in the open, right, for whatever judgment is going to take place. But the elect, right, are going to have that understanding. They're going to have that light, to guide them through these troubles, man. Right. And, the majority of people are going to be walking in darkness, man.
That's right.
Could you get Lamentations 4 and 9?
I
Right.
get
Because
it.
we're just likening the coming famine of the word to the actual lack of food, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I got it right here. This
Mhm.
is Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 9. I'm sorry, verse 8. It says, "Their visage is blacker than a coal. They are not known in the streets. Their skin cleaveth to their bones. It is withered, is become like a stick." It says, "They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pound away, stricken through for the want of the fruits of the field."
Right. So that going into actual hunger, right? Actual starvation. But how much worse is it going to be when you're starved of the understanding, man? When you're starved of the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Shai, right? When you're starved of access to the Lord, man. And especially in knowing that you had an opportunity, right, to fill that storehouse up. right? And you forsook it, man. So that's when the people's minds are going to be plagued even more because they're going to know they had a chance, and they're going to keep replaying those opportunities over and over again, and they and understanding that, right? They lost their opportunity at salvation, man.
Yeah, man. 'Cause like I said, you never know or cherish something that you had until it was gone, man. And that's
Mhm.
how 2/3 are gonna look at this word, man. You know, because as we keep mentioning throughout this lesson, they don't they don't understand the significance of what's going to happen when the Lord withdraws His word from the planet, man. You know,
Mhm.
because He's gonna hide us, man. All right, and these people are really, you think they bugged out now, man? Hey, all these different movies and shit that we be seeing of these people, bugging out. We're gonna literally witness that take place, man. It's gonna be like you said, the Book of Eli, and all these other, end time movies where these people are just gonna be in a dog eat dog spirit, man. You know,
Cop precept.
you got it.
This is Luke 23:31. It says, "For if they do these things in a green tree, which shall be done in the dry?" Pretty much. People are tripping out right now. You got family members killing each other. We're pretty much seeing Matthew 24:12. The love many waxing cold. So if that's going on right now, what's going to be happening in Jacob's trouble? It's going to be way worse. Especially being that the word is going to be readily accessible. Like you said, it's going to be a dog eat dog world.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
the main kicker for that is nobody's gonna know why. Why
Mm-hmm.
the main question that day is why is this happening, man? And that's because Yahweh Shemel Shai is angry with you niggas, man. All right,
Mhm.
because all this time where you had the opportunity to repent, like it says in Second Ezra 9, man, hey, you despised it, man. All right, you loathed the ways of the Lord, man, because it didn't fit with your lifestyle choice, man. All right, you wanted to, pretty much do what you wanted, man. But like I said, the main question that day is going to be why. But we're telling you, all right. This is Sirach chapter 39, verse 24. It says, "As his ways are plain unto the holy, so are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked," because they're not going to understand why the Most High is doing these things, man. They're going to look at the Most High, like, why would you do this to us, man? Like how even more than what they do now, because they already looking at the Most High funny for what's being done on the earth, like that wicked ass bitch, the flavor of the week last week talking about, send me to hell, man.
Right.
Hey, you gonna get exactly what you want, man. Because the hell that you're gonna get sent to is not talking about no place on the ground. It's gonna be time. It's gonna be a time of trouble like no other. You're gonna be experiencing, and there's not gonna be no way out of that, man. That's the
Mhm.
hell that you people about to face, man. All right. It says, "For the good are good things created from the beginning, so evil things for sinners." And this is why the Lord is about to unleash all holy hell upon you people, because you're wicked, man.
Mhm.
It says the principal things for this whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour, wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and oil and clothing. All these things are good for the godly, so to the sinner they are turned to evil, because Esau is going to use these things as a means against you. All right. As you said, the physical famine, while all these things are in abundance right now, it's going to eventually become a bind, to try to get. And if you want to, have access to this stuff, you're going to have to, bow the knee to this devil and put yourselves in further straits, man. Okay.
Mhm.
It says, "There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of them that made them." All right, and this is like what the brother was mentioning about the love of many waxing cold, man, because there's going to be a lot of demons on these people to be doing all type of crazy shit like cannibalism, murder, cold blood, people going to be setting each other up. It's going to, family, friends, all them labels going to be done away with in that day. It's going to be what
Mm-hmm.
I need to survive, man. I need to survive for me and mine, man. Okay.
Mhm.
It says fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance, teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. But the message that the elect is embracing is throughout all this that we just read, the Lord is going to protect the elect from these different things, man. All right. As the brother Yeshaya from the Men of Valor South Carolina camp put on the comment board, Isaiah, and Shalom, by the way, to all you guys tuning in. This is
Shalom.
Isaiah 65 and 13. Therefore saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Shah, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall have for vexation of spirit. So this is the spirit that you 2/3 are going to be in that day for all you unbelievers that rejected Yahweh by Shemal Shah. Because he's going to take care of his men. Well, Lord willing, we're of that number. We're going to be good. All right. But the rest of the 2/3, you're going to be left out there to dry, man. And you're going to get whatever judgment the Lord has ready for you, man. This is why we say you don't understand the significance of the family of the word, because we're sent out here to give you comfort, to soothe your spirit leading to these times. But since you rejected it, all right, the main pain, besides you getting physically tortured, is going to be the uncertainty, man. That's the one of the biggest mental vexations you can face is uncertainty, man. Not having a for sure answer if you're going to be able to make it, man. Where your life is constantly in fear, man. That's what's so scary about this coming time, man. This is why you need to be hearkening to the warning that the word is being issued to you, man. You got it, bro.
Okay. It's like you just read, man. That howling for vexation of spirit, man. Right. Jake doesn't understand how severe that is. Right. That you liken that to the hunger pains of somebody who hasn't eaten for weeks. Right. Imagine the mental anguish that people are gonna be in, as you said, because of the lack of certainty, man. For not knowing, what's around the corner, man. You know right? For like the scriptures tell us that the day shall be dark with no brightness in it, man. I mean, it's going to be no hope, right, in these coming times, man. But we're gonna have that light, to guide us through the darkness, man. Right, and like the priest said, man, knowing why is the most beautiful thing, because you understand the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You understand, the end goal, the end game, right, and you understand that, against all odds, you got to maintain your square, right? You can't bow the knee for anything. These people are going to be going through such mental heartache that they're going to just fold, right? They're going to fold immediately in these times to come, right? Because it's going to be that's how hard it's going to be, man. The most mentally tough people that you thought you knew, right, are just going to give up. They're going to throw in the towel and bow the knee to Esau, man.
That's
High
right.
precept.
I agree.
Psalms, the volume 37 and verse 18, it says, "The Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time," going into Jacob's trouble. "In the days of famine they shall be satisfied." It says, which when you go into satisfy goes into the number 7. So essentially, they're going to be full, satiated. But it says, "But the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of the Lord shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall consume into smoke, shall they consume away." And the scriptures say the Lord got a sacrifice in Basra, So pretty much 2/3, because they didn't want to take heed to the message, that they'll take part in that sacrifice. They're going to be the sacrifice.
That's right. Uh,
Yeah, man.
oh,
Because
just
this.
let me. Let's
No,
like
go
go
ahead.
first.
Go ahead, bro.
Oh, I was just gonna add to Yawam real quick. It's Matthew 5 and 6. It reads, "Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled." Right. So this is the time to hunger and thirst after righteousness, man. This is the time to sit and eat at the table, right, and take in as much as you can, because it's going to be a time where you can't take in anymore, right? The table is going to be wiped clean. There ain't going to be no more table, man. Right? You just going to right? You just gonna be standing there, and with what you've taken in, right? Some are gonna have more than others, right? So that opportunity is being presented to you right now, right? Every time you see a brother's video pop up on the feed, right? Every time you sit down and read and meditate on the scriptures, man. Even like the time you're by yourself and you're just meditating upon the scriptures, right? This is the time the Lord is helping feed you, man, right? To prepare your mind, prepare your spirit for these times to come.
Mm-hmm. Because hey, when we say it's gonna be bad out here, man, that's a complete understatement. Because as we read Daniel's 12, man, it says it's gonna be a time like no other, you know,
Hmm.
and this is gonna be the worst time that ever happened on the earth. And people when they hear us say that, they downplay that like, yeah, they just talking, not realizing that, look, man, this shit about to get real because you're distracted with all the bullshit. Get that real quick because as we know, that we're in the time of the flood all over again, man. These people out here not giving a fuck about what's being said. This is Matthew 24 and verse 35. It says, "Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only." It says, "But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be." Right. And so, because there's no set, day, date, year of when the Lord is actually going to bring this, these people, use this time of liberty just to, bullshit, as they're going to say. Y'all been talking about this for years, man. Y'all, hey, elders and apostles, they've been saying this 30 plus years, man. Y'all said the world was going to end in the year 2000. Y'all said the world was going to end in 2012 and all this other shit. They don't really believe that what we're saying is the case, but you got to look at it in the time of Noah. Noah prophesied for over 120 years, man. They didn't know that last day when it actually started to rain. Oh shit, Noah was right.
Right.
You know,
Hey, 'cause
but
it's our job to keep talking about it until it happens, man. Right?
yeah,
That's the whole point, right? The warning is gonna keep going out. It's gonna keep day after day, week after week, right? Month after month, year after year, however long it takes until it happens, man. Right?
exactly.
And
I appreciate it.
I got a little bit more. I got you.
Okay.
It says, "For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be." So just like we had said, man, they take advantage of the prophets being out here because they still see the ability to continue their lives as such. But it didn't click until the raindrops started hitting, to where that's when the fear kicked in. But then by then it was too late. Like you said, man, the Spirit of the Lord had Noah and his family, go into the ark, and the Lord shut the doors, man. Noah didn't shut them because, like you said, Noah probably had compassion on some of them people, and he would have opened the doors, but the Lord sealed that door because it was time, all right, for judgment to be issued out, man. And that's what we're coming into now, to where, and when the Lord, deems it time for the word to stop going out, that's it. Like last year, brother had the dream when Apostle Hart pretty much was like, it was it. We ain't gonna be prophesying no more, man. That's what it's gonna come down to, man. You got it, bro.
Kind of Ezekiel chapter 12 and verse 20, it says, "And the cities that are inhabited shall be laid waste, and the land shall be desolate, and ye shall know that I am the Lord." Because the scriptures say that the Lord is known by his judgment. Verse 21, "And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged, and every vision faileth?" Because that's pretty much what that's what pretty much what the spirit of 2/3. They're like, that's gonna happen in my kids' lifetime, or they're really not expecting the things that we say to come to pass. But it says, "Tell them therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Yasha'Allah, but say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision." That's essentially what's going on right now. The prophecies are being made manifest, you see, but it's going to keep increasing, and pretty much to the point where, like we said earlier on in the lesson, that pretty much they're going to want answers. They're not going to get any answers.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, scriptures tell us in the time of affliction, there's a forgetfulness of prosperity, man. Right.
Right.
That's how, like, again, Jake, right? The scriptures, they say what they say, right? But the severity of it isn't gonna click for Jake until they're in the midst of it, man. Right. And by then it's gonna be too late, right? Just like it's a time, right? Even Jake, who Israelites who know that they should be out teaching, right? Right. There's gonna be a time where you can't teach anymore, right? You
Mm-hmm.
you lost your chance to go teach, man. Right? You lost. People are going to lose their chance to learn and get built up. There's going to be those who lose their chance to teach. Right? It's that time of the famine of the word is going to strike. Quicker and with more power than the majority of people understand, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a spirit of shoulda, coulda, woulda in that day, man. But the Lord ain't hearing none of that because, like we just said, man, the Lord is gonna have that proverb in Israel cease, man. So where now you're gonna see the Lord's not playing with you, Jakes out here, man. You know, as the brother Yeshaya has on the comment board, Jeremiah 30:5, it says, "For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace." Because the shit that we're telling you, man, is not a good time coming, man. This is going to be the worst time ever. And who is it mainly sitting around, man? All right, you Jakes out here that's fucking around with the Lord, man. That's not taking the Lord serious, man. That look at the Lord as a joke because you have been conditioned by Babylon the Great to look at Yahweh Shem Shai as just a God you can just put away and bring out the box when you want to, man. No, hey, as it says in Ecclesiastes 12:13, man, hear the conclusion of the whole matter to fear Yahweh Shem Shai and keep His commandments, because that's our whole duty as being Israelites, man, is to fear the Lord. That's why when I quoted Isaiah 33:6 earlier, it said the fear of the Lord is His treasure, because that fear is what's going to keep us steady in that day of Jacob's trouble, to where we're not going to go off and do something stupid, because that's the reason why you're going to see people committing cannibalism, robbing, stealing, killing, well, murdering, because killing is lawful, murdering, in that day, because they're not going to have answers to pretty much satisfy what they need. So they're going to take matters into their own hands, which is going to eventually end up getting them judged, man. But finishing it out, he says, "Ask ye now, and see whether a man doeth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness, man." Because these people are going to be in pitiful case in that day, man. The toughest, strongest nigga that you know is going to be like a bitch crying somewhere, in the corner, because he's not going to have any answers for anything, man. That tough bravado, that a lot of these Jakes put out here, even of Jake and the circumcision, man. They're gonna be looking crazy as hell in that day, man, because they didn't take heed to what the Lord demanded of them, man. All right.
Exactly.
The point, it says Jeremiah 30:7, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." And that's the comfort that all you brothers and sisters that believe. We know that as great and terrible as this day is going to be, that the elect is going to be delivered from that, man. And that's why we are so fervent about you Jakes taking the words of the Lord seriously, man.
To the brother grab Luke 6:21, and then jump to 25, and then we'll read those both in the NLT.
You said Luke 6:21.
God.
This is Luke chapter 6 and verse 21. It says, "Blessed are ye that hunger now, for ye shall be filled. Blessed are ye that weep now, for ye shall laugh."
Right. We're hungering right now. What are we really hungering for, man? Righteousness, man. Right? We're hungering for the kingdom. Right? We're hungering for peace. Right? And like I said, blessed are ye that hunger now, right? For hunger, it's like for you shall be filled, right? So we're gonna get our fill. We're gonna be abundantly, rewarded, right, in these times to come, man. Right, brothers is gonna be taken care of. Sisters is gonna be taken care of, man. We're gonna have to be tried and tested, but at the end, should our faith endure, right? We're gonna be, more than taken care of, man. Right? And it says, "Blessed are ye that weep now, for ye shall laugh." Right? Because you read in Ezekiel 9th chapter, man, those that sigh and cry for the abominations done in the midst thereof, man. Right? This is this is speaking about us, man. Right? So we're weeping, man. Right? We're hungering for a righteous kingdom. Right? So we're starving for a righteous kingdom, man. Right? And we're that's why we move in the way we do, to get allies with Yahweh Shem Shai, because we know that's our only ticket out of here. So in us being hungry, right? We're feeding on this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, so that when the famine comes, we can be satiated in these times, man.
Verse 25, Luke 6:25, it says, "Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep."
Right. It's like, woe unto you that are full, man. Right. Jake that think they got it all figured out, man. Right. Scriptures tell us, Yeshua wax fat and kicked. Right. Jake thinks they got it already, man. They see, like the priest man mentioned, of the rappers, all these celebrities, all these people that know, that they're Israelites, man. right? And know that they're supposed to be, serving the Lord and seeking the Lord diligently, man. Right? They have their full right now, man. They have their constellation on this side, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they're going to be hungry in these times because they weren't built up in the scriptures in the spirit, man, right? And it says they those that laugh now, right? They're in their time of mirth, right? They're enjoying their lives, right? For ye shall mourn and weep, right? That vexation that we read about in Isaiah 65, man, right? That vexation of spirit, right? Them howling, right, for that mental anguish. This is what's coming to those who are comfortable on this side, who got their prize already, man. Right? They didn't cherish the wisdom. They didn't cherish, their opportunity to come eat at the table of the Lord, right? So when the table is taken away, they're going to be crying, for an opportunity that's not going to come, man.
That's right. Because as you mentioned, you mentioned the different forms of hunger, how the 2/3 how they're going to be hungry for the physical food and water, but the elect, hey, we're hungry. We have that hunger for the kingdom, man. I just wanted to get this definition in the Edamon online. So it says hunger. It says unease or pain caused by lack of food, debility from lack of food, craving appetite, and that's because these people of the world they crave the food that satisfy them carnally, you know, which some of them will actually have that access, but then they're still going to be in want because they don't truly have the spirit to nourish them, man. But
Mhm.
according for the elect, it says a strong or eager desire originally spiritual. All right,
Mhm.
so our desire for the kingdom, all right, and Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai's return is what's going to sustain us all the way up into salvation, man. This is what's keeping us going now, man. Because like you said, we
Right.
hunger for righteousness, we hunger for the kingdom of heaven, man, and all the blessings and spiritual treasure the Lord has awaited for us as we continue to endure in this walk, man. You know.
Right. That's right. God. Could you read those in the NLT, Baba Kusha?
This is Luke chapter 6 and verse 21 NLT says, the Most High blesses you who are hungry now, for you will be satisfied. The Most High blesses you who weep now, for in due time you will laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Down to Luke 6 and 25 NLT says, what sorrow awaits you who are fat and prosperous now, for a time of awful hunger awaits you. What sorrow awaits you who laugh now, for your laughing will turn to mourning and sorrow.
Mm-hmm. An awful, awful hunger, man. Right. The lack of wisdom, the lack of understanding is the greatest hunger that you could ever see, man. Right. It's worse. It's like we read in Lamentations, man. Right. Those who be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger, man. Right. How much worse when you have no understanding, right? How much worse when you don't have a connection to the Lord, man? How much worse when you walk in the utter darkness with no guide, right? This is what we're about to come into with the famine of the word, man. But Jake isn't taking this serious, man. Right? They're gonna find themselves cast in the utter darkness, fending for themselves, right? And ultimately, they're gonna fall victim to that dog eat dog world that the Lord is gonna allow to take place, man.
Mm-hmm.
We can grab Jeremiah 16. We'll start in verse 1. Read down to 5. No,
Okay. This is Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 1. It says, the word of the Lord came also unto me, saying, thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither shalt thou have sons or daughters in this place. For thus saith the Lord concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place, and concerning their mothers that bear them, and concerning their fathers that begot them in this land. They shall die of grievous deaths. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth. For thus saith the Lord, enter not into the house of mourning. So, enter not into the house of mourning, neither go to lament nor bemoan them, for I have taken away my peace from this people, saith the Lord, even loving kindness and mercies.
And that's the point I wanted to get, man. Right? In the coming famine of the word, that's what's coming, man. Right? This is what the Lord is doing. Right? It says, I have taken away my peace from this people. Right? Saith the Lord, even loving kindness and mercies, man. You know, that those doors of mercy closing, right? That's it, man. It's game over for you know, right? The Lord is taking away his peace, right? The peace that you could get, because there are people who find peace in watching these videos, right? But they're not moving any further than that, man. Right? They're not applying it in the way that they should, right? So the Lord's gonna take that peace away, right?
Mm.
There are people who the Lord is showing mercy to by allowing them to see these things and hear these things, but they're not taking advantage of it. So he's going to remove that mercy, man. The loving kindness is the Lord offering this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to you Israelites, man, right? But those who forsake it, he's going to take it away, right? And you're not going to get it back until you reborn in the kingdom, man, right? And then you're going to have to take part in all those judgments that we read in verses 1 through 5, man. You know, it's going to be a great slaughter, right, that come upon Israelites, man. And not having that hedge that you've been offered, right? That you've been, not having that satisfied spiritual belly, right? That we've been given the opportunity to grow in. That's going to be the worst time ever, man.
That should put you in fear, man. Because, like we said, man, that uncertainty of matter of fact, I would say it like this: you have uncertainty, but then at the same time, you have a certain to it, because at the same time, you don't know what's going to happen to you, but at the end of the day, you know you're going to die.
Right.
That's the scary part that 2/3 are going to get hit with when they realize that this truth is for real, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because as we kept telling them, like, look, if you don't repent, the Lord's he's gonna get you. He's gonna get with you, man. And that's like, yeah, I hear you. And then, like you said, when the Lord takes away the internet, you ain't comforted with these words no more. So whatever demon that you battling, they're gonna have full reign on you, man. And then
Mm-hmm.
they're actually gonna be able to, have the full access to you. And you're gonna be given away to those spirits, man. And then whatever the judgment the Lord has for you, man, you're gonna eat full of it, man. You know,
Right.
that's the scary part, man. This is why you got to take heed while the word is being presented to you now, man. All right,
Mm-hmm.
because this, like you want to mention earlier, this truth is time sensitive, man, and it's almost running out, man.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That was pretty much it. I was gonna go into Proverbs first chapter, but I think the point's been made, man. You know,
God,
take heed to the message, man, while you still can. Right? It's you've got more than enough time right now. Right? We coming into the time of the Passover, man. Right? So this is even more time for us to tighten up, man. Right? Tighten your belts. Right? Get rid of whatever leavening that might be. Right? In your mind and your spirit. And do whatever you can to grow in your relationship with Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man, because there's gonna come a time where that relationship is all you're gonna be able to lean upon, man. Right? And you
exactly.
won't have a chance, right, to take part in these live streams or to go listen to brothers, man. Right? There might not even be a time where you get to read, man. Right? The scriptures is gonna have to be, in your mind. So all these things, right, are gonna be taken away from us. So we have to make the most of them, make the most of it while we have the opportunity, man.
Yeah, we're gonna literally have to be like Denzel in the book of Eli, man.
Mhm.
Walking Bible, man. This is why Joshua 1:8 says how you're supposed to meditate on these words day and night. They got to be in you. We're
That's
gonna
right.
have to literally live these scriptures, which we should already, be modeling ourselves to do anyway, man. But and that day it's gonna be a go time.
That's
Okay,
right.
we've been having the study guide all these years. And now we got to actually go and take the test, man. And that hour of temptation is going to make or break all those that was playing around and all those that claim to be serious, man. So we got to make sure that we're doing what we got to do. And like you said, the time of the Passat, all right, is a major time of reflection to make sure we're in the correct spirit and, clean up whatever it is that we got to clean up, man.
Mhm. Okay. Well, saw anything else? That was it.
Uh,
Wow.
Okay. Okay. So we pray that listen was edifying to the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. We want to close by giving our praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bahasham,
Bashem,
Yahweh Shai,
Yahushua,
Bahasham,
Bafim,
Rakah Kadash.
Kwakadash.
And double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. And peace and blessings to the whole for the elect, pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.